pretty much the day Seasons came out, he'd submitted that for review by Giants. While I didn't have any internet, I did have a phone, so I could keep track of various announcements and what have you. But even then, that'll put us, what, 31st? 30th, 31st, potentially, unless it's business days, in which case we'll probably be looking at Friday this coming week before we get Oakfield Seasons. The other thing with this week was the Cotton Harvest DLC, which of course doesn't work with Seasons at the moment. Because Seasons Geo, the native Seasons Geo is sort of mid-Europe. The ground doesn't get warm enough to plant sugar cane or cotton. Now people will eventually produce geos for South United States, South America, Australia, and when they do, there will be obviously the ability to plant cotton and sugar cane. What, on Oakfield? Or on, whoops, excuse me while I just try donuts. Or Seasons. Well, great demand for sunflowers again. Scotland, no sunflowers. Oh, the cotton bales from the new. Yeah, I bought the DLC, it's just that I didn't have much of a chance to play it before, I think, I want to say Thursday evening I had a quick play around with it. Or did I stream on Thursday? I can't remember. Yes. I streamed Old Stream Farm on Thursday. But while the kids were still up and about, I did start a new farm specifically for cotton. Now, I'm not planning to stream it, I'm just planning to experience cotton for pretty much the first time. The problem with selling bales is one of the reasons I've been a little reticent about using the Anderson bio baler on any of the mod maps, because that required a mod of the mod map to be able to sell the wood chip bales, and I don't want to spend out for a 200 horsepower tractor, bio baler, plant an entire field of poplars, bale it all up and then find I can't sell it. And I really don't want to use the poplar harvester on a forage harvester, or the poplar header on a forage harvester, because that I know is really painful. 11 o'clock. What cotton is as labour intensive as the sugar. What the bio-baler is. I know that pretty much anything that uses a forage harvester can be very labour intensive. Sugarcane harvesting is just plain horrible. I mean, the saving grace of a bio-baler is, okay, you have to drive it yourself, but it drops bales out the back, so it's, in that respect, or it's as labour intensive as picking up straw or grass. Except you obviously can't windrow poplars. I would just be happy with the two-stage round baler. I mean, that John Deere cotton harvester is effectively a two-stage baler. You've got a pre-pack chamber and then you've got the main chamber. So as soon as the pre-pack chamber gets full, it transfers over to the main chamber. So you never have to stop it. I know you can get round balers that do pretty much the same thing, so that you finish off the current bale, and while the mechanism is opening and dropping that bale out the back, you've got a pre-fill chamber that your grass, straw, hay, whatever gets picked up into. And then as soon as the mechanism has finished dropping off the bale, the pre-fill chamber empties into the main chamber. Round baler with wrapper, or two-stage round baler with wrapper would be nice as well. But I'm kind of having fun with the Anderson X-Tractor wrappers, and Mrs. Osa likes baling, making round bales. Oh, come on, drop. Thank you. So between the two of us, we don't find the whole round bale wrapping thing that tedious. And on this farm, this was the farm I found that using the baler wrapper on Follow Me was very inefficient, because the worker will stop the baler, obviously, to transfer the bale into the wrapping area, because otherwise you lose out on all the grass you're driving over. But then again, it stops to unload the wrapped bale, which technically it doesn't have to do. You can keep rolling with that, because the wrapped bale can just fall off the back. I had to drop down to about 4 or 5 miles an hour on a good yield of grass to use the baler wrapper and follow me. Whereas the big square baler, there's no issue with, you know, speed. It'll pick up and make bales as fast as you can feed the grass in the front end. The square wrapper is faster. Actually, a separate wrapper is faster than the baler wrapper. With round bales, the baler will stop to unload, but then it picks up and carries on, so it can run at a normal speed. And I go in. The little round wrapper will wrap as fast as it needs to. Wrapping on the field, you do need to make allowances with the train speed for any wrapping you're doing. If you don't wrap fast enough, you're going to lose some of that grass and end up with 3,900 litre silage bales because the grass rotted while you were doing it. From an efficiency standpoint with seasons, I would say the baler wrapper is the best way to go, because it will pick up all the grass it finds and it will wrap it an entire bale quickly enough that the bale does not have a chance to rot. If you have to bail and then wait for the wrapper to come round to you, you will end up with short bales eventually. Maybe not all of them, but at least some of them. Square bales, if you check some of these out, they're not all 4,000 litre bales. There we go. Lights. That works. Making a vast amount of money on this. As I said, the main reason we're doing this is for the free fertiliser, not for the additional cash. I think we'll grab the last few of these bales on the road we're currently working, and then we will call it end of day 5. So what does that look like? Oh, good grief, I cannot see that. About 615, 70 odd percent. So we're getting there. Down when I'm doing the donuts. Or 6 more bales. I might do the odd one as well. Boink. And the other reason I'm using the auto stack bale forks is while I could pick up 3 bales with these forks, I think they do have a pin. Maybe I'm wrong. No. We could probably pick up 3 bales with these forks and transport them safely, tipping them into the BGA. Digester usually ends up with at least 1 or 2 falling behind the digester with no hope of getting them back. So doing it this way does mean they just drop vertically in. Totally unrealistic, but less stress for me. And quite frankly, I'm doing... let's check stats. I haven't done that in a while. Created bales. 5,476 bales created in... This is the end of the 5th year. So we're creating about 1,000 bales a year. Probably 90% of them are going into that digester. So I've done more than enough. Stab a bale, run it over here, tip it out. When I discovered these forks also did front loader option or auto load option, it's sort of, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. I think I've proved the point with the previous 4,000 bales that I can drop them all in the feeder without making a mess of it. Same with the flatbeds I've got. Yes, I can stack bales relatively tidily. I've stacked more than enough bales that I really don't have to prove that point. So, weather. Tomorrow is raining. Tuesday is sunny. It looks like the ground's going to heat up, so we will be able to plant more cereals if we want to. Okay. Do with another fork like that to go down the sheet fan. Lights off, engine off. So we can now see what's coming up with spring. We have a day of sun, a day of rain, a day of sun, 2 days of rain and a day of sun. We might not be able to plant the corn or soybeans on Saturday, but Sunday should be okay. In the meantime, the ground is cold again. And, I forgot I put the water thing there. We just don't have a repair shed here. So, Alt 9. And last night it was 10 till... No, what was it? 7:10? Anyway, it's getting earlier that the sun comes up. And here we are, 16,400. I can't remember how much of a drop that was, but I think we did about 18,000 last year, so we've lost about 1,500 milk production in monetary value just by running out of grass. Got 20 eggs again. We'll go and try and play the egg collecting mini game with snow on the ground again. So here we go again. Hi chickens. The other way to do it is just do it this way. We've got all but 7. 6. 5, 4, 3, maybe 2. Down to 2. I'm not sure I'll hit any more on this though. Two's better than nothing. Oh, there's another one. So there's one left. Okay, animal feed. Cows need straw, cows need power food, cows need water again. Not much, we can leave the water. Piggies are now starting to need food, but they're still not eating incredible amounts of it. We have snow on the ground. We have 1.92 million. No, 1.192, yeah, million, which is good. Vehicles should be down to 6 days before they need serviced. And the flatbed pickup with the water tank on the back is down to a week, so I have to watch that too. Still there. Great demand for sunflowers. Canola is less than 1,000. Soybeans is soybeans. Corn is lower in value, and barley's dropped by 100. Wheat is wheat. Okay. Nothing I can do with the fields right now. So you should be okay with canola. The only crops that have real problems, at least the regular crops I plant, are corn and soybeans. Do not like cold at all. You have to plant them late spring, early summer. Can't remember the same is true on sunflowers. Sunflowers are mid to late spring. As I said, never done sunflowers on this map, and I've only played this map on seasons with any serious effort. So I have never planted sunflowers with seasons active. I did do sugar beets. Didn't have any problem with that. I haven't done potatoes. I do oilseed radish every year. Never done poplars. I think I did poplars on Goldcrest Farm. Goldcrest Valley. Just the once. That was a pain. So I never did them again. Sugar cane again. Estancia Lapacho. Tested it out for a week. Got really pissed off with that and gave up with doing sugar beets. Sugar cane. I mean, these two are high labour or labour intensive crops, but yeah, it's worth doing them from time to time. But I never bought the Roper DLC for 17 because the way I looked at it is pretty much the same as the in-game potato and beet harvesters, except they're yellow. And since I never do potatoes or beets, there's no point in me buying that particular expansion. So, sunflowers are a good value. Soybeans they hit rock bottom yesterday, so they're starting to bounce back up. We need day 2 of summer before we think about selling that. Corn we can't sell because we need it. Manure is manure, slurry is slurry, wool is we don't have any. Wood chips we don't have any. Straw bales. Nothing on grass bales, hay bales. Cows are starting to rise in value, don't want to sell any of those. Sheep are starting to rise in value. We could sell some at the end of spring. That would reduce the cost to feed. Pigs we got at the winter spike. There's another spike in spring. We'll think about that. So what's silage price? Well, I guess silage was down a bit, depressed yesterday, up today. Silage. I'm not doing it for the money, I'm doing it for the other stuff that we get from it. So it is coming on 11:20, so almost 11:30. Time for me to think about food. So we are going to call it a day. It is day... slow down time. Day 6. Last day of year 5 on Lawfolds. Next week we will be starting year 6. So let's save that. Thank you all for watching, and look out later. I may stream some Farm Sim 19 seasons on Old Stream Farm. I may not. I may do something completely different, or I may not do anything at all. Saturday's kind of a chore day. The grass needs cut. I don't know what the temperature's like outside. Tomorrow night, if Mrs. Ose is feeling up to it, she's got really pissed off with the kids lately, we will take a look at Field Mountain again. Otherwise, we'll look at that on Monday. I'm considering next week, obviously, what is it? The Old Stream Farm, normally streamed on Tuesday. That is going to be the seasons version now. But I may suspend Mercury and the ETS-ATS streams on Wednesday and Thursday and do a couple of nights of the Old Stream Farm with seasons. And I need to update all my text and stuff. So, Anyway, have fun and have a great weekend. In the meantime, I'm out of here.